Hey everyone, it's Wingspan TT, and if you're watching, you know what time it is. It's time for me to face MEanBOb in round 2 of the Wizards of the Coast Forum PC tournament. I am not starting this game with 5 lands, so let's see what I can get. Alright. I have the Elvish Visionary. I have a way to draw. This is a pretty good starting hand, actually. So while not ideal, while I do have only 2 lands, and while that has bitten me in the ass plenty of times, I'm going to go with it and hope that it'll allow me to defeat MEanBOb, who has already defeated someone. Unlike me, I got to progress to this round of the tournament despite losing. And it looks like he's going to Crosswinds. I did actually look at my opponent's deck list this time. He has Crosswinds, Born of Flame, and some other thing, but he's not allowed to switch, so he's going to be with Crosswinds. So I have to watch out for the nasty combo. If I get removal in my hand, I'm going to have to get that early. Let's see, would I rather have the creature on the board? Is drawing an extra card going to matter right now? I need to get in the early damage against him, especially this thing with reach before he can do it. He's not going to counter an Elvish Visionary, but I need to get damage on the board right now so that I can immediately start hurting him before he gets up his defensive position. If he drops Titled Krakens, it's not going to protect him because this thing's got Death Touch. Okay, Fogbank, however, that will protect him because Fogbank does not take any combat damage, or nor does it deal it. One thing I noticed is a lot of players forget that Fogbank doesn't deal combat damage either, so they'll get in a situation where, oh, actually, I'm in a great position. I forgot all about this. Because I have Taunting Elf, because Fogbank doesn't deal combat damage, it also has 0 power, I can attack with Taunting Elf and this guy. The Taunting Elf will be forced to block the 0/1. And then I get the 2 damage through. So this is actually beneficial to me because as long as he's got no other blockers, they'll be forced to block the Taunting Elf, and I can get all of my damage through free. So let's just hope that sticks around for a while. Alright, he's going to play another Sleight of Hand. And I got to keep in mind, I've played Crosswinds a lot, so I know what it has. He could have Dispersed, that he could bounce something here. So I got to be careful. I don't really want to drop this Briarpack Alpha into play if I don't have to. It would be definitely good to get ahead of him in the land department, though, if I could drop Wood Elves, drop Elvish Visionary. Yeah. So let's just swing first. I'm not going to play this just yet. See what he does. But I'd rather get the Mana Acceleration out and get an extra card on the table. Extra card in my hand. I usually play Wood Elves first. There's arguments for both. If you play Elvish Visionary first, you can have more mana available, see what your options are. But if you play Wood Elves first, you have the you get extra land, so there's a less chance you draw a land on your draw. And there we go, I did not draw a land. So now he's going to be taking 2, 3, 4, 5 damage next turn if he doesn't get another blocker on the board. Even if he gets another blocker, he could still take the 5 damage because I can just attack with the Taunting Elf. So he's got this thing in play. It still can't damage Taunting Elf. He still has no actual defense because nothing can kill the Taunting Elf. 0/4. I'm starting to feel bad. Oh, God, I feel bad. I'm feeling bad. I feel sick to my stomach. Alright, we're just going to do it, though. Alright. Doom, doom. Ah, fuck it. Let's see what he does. Repulse. So now he's going to repulse the Taunting Elf. Okay. That's an interesting choice, so he'll be able to block whatever he wants. Fine. And I think what I'm going to do is I am not going to use my combat tricks just yet. Let's see how he blocks. Alright, there and there. And I could sneak through an extra 3 damage, but I feel I'll use that as a combat trick later. I'd like to get the Prime Docs into play so I can start bouncing the Elvish Visionary over and over, so I can start getting massive card advantage, so I can draw an extra card every turn, which will allow me to get ahead. Now, I gotta remember that he is still very dangerous. He could definitely drop Panoptic Mirror, which would be very bad for me. One thing I could do also, if he does not have a bounce for Taunting Elf again, is I could kill this thing off by pumping it up. Now, what should I draw? Okay, I have 6 lands, so I'm not really concerned about lands. Oh, wow. Great. So let me just play this. I want to just play these cards and see what my options are. Very nice. Natural Order is going to allow me to get anything out of my deck I want. But he's got plenty of untapped lands, so I'm not going to use it until I think he's a little bit more vulnerable. So I'm going to attack first and see what happens. Then I can start playing. I can see, you know, if he taps out or anything else like that. Get the damage on the board. Let's see what he casts. Please tap out. Please tap out. Please tap out. He's thinking, what is he doing? Keep watch. Wow, that is nasty. He's going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now he's going to play Disperse on my Taunting Elf, which is really nasty. Okay, then he's going to draw 4 cards. He really should have played Disperse first and then keep watching top so he draws 5 cards. But whatever. And now, however, I'm going to have the opportunity to play Natural Order, and I'm going to get Gaia's Herald into play. Is that what I want? Do I want to get Gaia's Herald into play? As long as I can keep Taunting Elf on the table. Let's just do it. I'm not going to have an opportunity to do this anytime else soon. So let's get this guy out of here. Could get Terastrodon, destroy a bunch of his lands. That's backfired on me before though. But I feel like actually that might be the best play. If I can put him back on lands, I'm going to keep lots of pressure on him. Whereas the Gaia's Herald, he can't stop, but at the same time... yeah, gotta pick it. Alright. So goodbye, you're missing lands. Now. And the reason why this is also safe play is because I have a Giant Growth and a Wolfpack Alpha. So even though he can have the 9/9, now he's really starved for mana. He can't really attack me. He really doesn't have... He's got 7 cards in his hand, but he can't really cast anything. So maybe he has a cancel. So we'll see. Yeah, now he's repulsing something. What is he repulsing? Okay, the Primodox. Seems like an odd decision, but I guess I can respect it. Oh god, this is mean. This is absolutely mean. So first I'm just going to... Oh, I guess I can't really attack because he still has this thing. So I have to play the Taunting Elf, get it into play. And then I'm just going to cast the Acidic Slime to kill one of his other lands, basically limit his options. So I have the Taunting Elf in play, so unless he can get rid of it soon, now he's down to 2 lands to my like 7. And if I can get the Primodox back into play, I can bounce this every turn and destroy all his lands, essentially leaving him with no lands, no 40 acres, no mule, nothing like that. He doesn't get anything. He's got these guys. I'm trying to think what he could possibly have, especially with 3 mana. I'm not as concerned, but he could definitely GG. To just swing. I guess yeah. I have the Taunting Elf, so even if I swing, I basically win. So that's basically it, and this is why I always leave Taunting Elf in the deck, because it is a win condition by itself. No one is going to waste removal on a Taunting Elf early in the game. They're just not going to do it. Okay, and that's it. So MEanBOb, it looks like game 1 is over of round 2. Yep, I'm going to distribute the Taunting Elf 0 damage. 1 game Wingspan, 0 games MEanBOb. Come back for game 2.